They say you need $500,000 to buy a shoebox in the suburbs, and if you don't have it, you're stuck renting forever. Well, I'm calling their bluff, and I found 10 actual standing houses in Texas for under $200,000 to as low as $45,000. And I'm not talking about sheds in the desert. I found homes with massive acreage, and one property that is literally cheaper than a used Ford F-150. Seriously, you won't believe. Number 1. I'm just a guy who looks for glitches in the matrix, and today I'm showing you exactly where they are. Let's count them down. We are starting at the top of our budget with number 10 in Nacogdoches, priced at $199,000. And the reason this is on the list isn't just the house, it's the dirt. You are getting a massive 4.41 acres of land included in that price. The address is 942 County Road 4082, and this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home with about 1,325 square feet, sitting right in the heart of deep East Texas, where the trees are tall and the privacy is real. The vibe here is pure country seclusion. You've got your own pond, room for a massive garden, and enough space that you can't even see your neighbors, which is honestly the ultimate luxury these days. Now, the house itself is decent, built with good bones, but the catch is that it's dated. We're talking wood paneling and older fixtures that scream 1980s. So you'll need to budget for a cosmetic overhaul unless you love that retro hunting lodge aesthetic. The potential here is huge because land in Nacogdoches County is getting scarcer, and with Stephen F. Austin University nearby, you've got a stable local economy. Plus, the taxes are hovering around a combined rate of roughly 52 cents per hundred, which is manageable for this much acreage. Just keep in mind, Nacogdoches is technically the oldest town in Texas, and locals swear it's haunted. So if you hear footsteps on the porch at night, it's either a deer or a ghost from the 1700s. But for 4 acres under $200,000, I'd take my chances. Number 9 takes us north to Bonham. It's a town that is absolutely exploding right now because of the new Boy Dark Lake. And I found a deal at 903 West 8th Street for just $145,000. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with nearly 1,500 square feet sitting on a nice quarter-acre lot. And the best part is that it's already been remodeled with new flooring and granite countertops, so you don't have to lift a finger. Bonham used to be a sleepy farm town, but now it's becoming a commuter hub for people fleeing the Dallas suburbs, meaning you're buying into a growth corridor before prices hit the stratosphere. The catch with this place is that it's in an older, established neighborhood where some of the surrounding properties might still be a bit scruffy, and you're going to hear the train noise that plagues pretty much every small town in North Texas. However, the potential is undeniable because finding a turnkey, move-in ready house near a brand new recreational lake for under $150,000 is almost impossible in 2025. Taxes in Fannin County are around 38 cents per hundred for the county portion, which keeps your monthly payment low, making this a killer starter home or a long-term rental for lake tourists. Coming in at number 8, we are heading to Palestine to look at 720 West Palestine Avenue, which is listed for $125,000. This is a massive 4-bedroom, 2-bath historic-style home sitting on almost half an acre, 0.47 acres to be exact, which is plenty of room to park a boat, an RV, and still have a huge backyard for the dogs. Palestine is famous for 2 things: the Texas State Railroad and being arguably the most haunted town in the state. So the vibe here is thick with history and maybe a little bit of mystery. The house has that classic grandma's house feel, with high ceilings and a big front porch, but the catch is that older homes in Palestine often have settling issues or old wiring, so you absolutely need a rigorous inspection before you close. That said, the price per square foot here is around $115, which is a steal, and if you put about $20,000 into modernizing the kitchen and bathrooms, you'd have a showstopper of a home in a town that's becoming a quiet retirement destination. Number 7 brings us to the gateway to Texas, Clarksville. where we found 1705 West Taylor Street listing for $125,000. This is a solid 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick home with 1,250 square feet. And I love brick because it means lower maintenance and better insulation against that brutal Texas heat compared to the wood siding houses we usually see at this price point. Clarksville is sleepy, like really sleepy, so the vibe is dead quiet. Perfect if you work remotely or just want to escape the chaos of the city. But don't expect a nightlife unless you count the crickets. The catch here is the location economy. Red River County is rural, and jobs aren't exactly falling from the sky. Plus, the tax rate is a bit higher, at roughly 66 cents per hundred valuation to support the local infrastructure. However, for $125,000, you are getting a move-in ready home that doesn't feel like a project. And with high-speed internet finally reaching these rural pockets, you can live here for pennies and work for a Dallas salary. Number 6 is arguably the best land deal on this entire list. We are in Elkhart, looking at 275 Ann County Road 155, priced at $109,500. Now, listen to me closely. You are getting 3.82 acres of land planted with thousands of pine trees, which is an insane amount of privacy and timber value for barely over $100,000. The structure on the property is a 1999 manufactured home with 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. And while some people turn their nose up at mobile homes, the vibe here is pure homesteading potential because you can live in the mobile home while you build your dream barn-dominium later. The catch is that banks can be tricky financing older manufactured homes, so you might need a specific lender or cash, and you're going to be maintaining nearly 4 acres of land, which is a lot of mowing. But the potential ROI is massive because they simply aren't making more land, and at this price point, you're basically buying the acreage and getting the house for free. We have officially broken the 6-figure barrier with number 5 in Jasper at 915 Caldwell Street, listed for just $95,000. This is a traditional stick-built home with 3 bedrooms and 1 bath, spanning over 1,300 square feet, and finding a standing, livable structure for under $100,000 in 2025 is like finding a unicorn. Jasper is deep in the piney woods, so the vibe is lush, green, and outdoorsy, perfect for anyone who loves fishing at Sam Rayburn Reservoir, though the town does have a tough history that keeps some investors away. The catch with this specific house is that it's likely a cosmetic time capsule, except shag carpet, old wallpaper, and a kitchen that hasn't been touched since the moon landing, but the bones appear solid. Number 4 is back in Nacogdoches, and this one is a sniper shot for investors. 1009 West Main Street, priced at a ridiculous $79,000. This is a smaller 2-bedroom, 1-bath cottage with 880 square feet, located right near the university, making it the perfect student rental or Airbnb for visiting parents. The vibe is cozy cottage, but let's be real, at this price, the catch is that it's tiny and probably needs a total interior refresh to get top-dollar rent. Also, being on Main Street means you're going to have road noise, so this isn't a quiet country retreat, it's an in-town convenience play. But look at the math. You buy this for $79,000, put $15,000 into it, and rent it for $900 or $1,000 a month to students, and you are beating the stock market with your eyes closed. Number 3 is for the dreamers who want to escape society completely. We are out on 598 FM 195 in Clarksville, listed for $75,000. This property includes a 3-bedroom, 1.5-bath farmhouse sitting on 2.88 acres of land, which comes out to about $50 per square foot for the house plus the land, a price that shouldn't even exist. The location is on a farm-to-market road, so the vibe is pure agricultural bliss, with 0 HOA and 0 neighbors telling you what to do with your yard. The catch is pretty obvious from the price. The house needs serious work, likely new floors and a roof, and living this far out means you are on a septic system and well water, so if the pump breaks, you are the plumber. But for $75,000, you could turn this into a permaculture paradise, run some chickens, and live mortgage-free in a few years. Number 2 is in Paris, the one with the cowboy hat on the Eiffel Tower, and we are looking at 1106 Cooper Street, which is listed for a jaw-dropping $49,500. You heard me right, under 50 grand for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house on a quarter-acre lot. The vibe here is total blank canvas, because, to be brutally honest, the catch is that this place is a complete gut job. We're talking potential foundation issues, peeling paint, and a kitchen that might not even have appliances. However, Paris is a stable town with a good hospital and manufacturing jobs, and Lamar County has some of the lowest property taxes in the region at around 33 cents per hundred, so your holding costs are virtually zero while you fix it up. If you have cash and construction skills, you could flip this or hold it as a rental for an insanely low basis. And here it is, the #1 deal in the entire state of Texas, located down on the border in Del Rio. 218 Ware Street, priced at just $45,000. This isn't just a house, it is a historic 1933 schoolhouse with over 1,000 square feet of solid masonry construction and architectural details you literally cannot buy anymore. The vibe is off the charts. Imagine turning this into an industrial-style loft or the coolest Airbnb in West Texas with high ceilings and exposed brick. The catch is massive, though. It has no HVAC. The interior is raw, and Del Rio gets hot enough to melt your tires, so the renovation will be expensive and intense. But you are buying a piece of history for the price of a used Camry, and with the Air Force Base nearby keeping the rental market strong, this is the kind of high-risk, high-reward project that makes real estate legends. I'm telling you, the deals are out there, but you have to be willing to look where the hedge funds aren't looking. You have to be willing to drive 2 hours from the city and maybe paint a few walls. I'm digging these listings up every single day because I refuse to believe the American dream is over. If you want first dibs on the next list before Zillow crashes, hit that like button, ring the bell, and check the description for the links to these properties. I'll see you out there.